243.
Yes,
Page 243, lesson 20-4, so it's on probability again. Alright, so you should be on again, page 243, lesson 20-4, it's called making decisions. 243. And you should see 4 spinners on there. Today we're going to be talking about different spinners and the probability. So making a decision based on probability of different spinners. So if you look at the spinners on page 243 at the top, spinner 10, 11, 12, and 13. You will notice that they all have the numbers 1, 2, and then some have 3 and 4 on them. But the sections are all different. They're different sizes, they're different shapes even. Okay? So what you're going to be doing at your table is you're going to be answering. I want everyone to flip to the next page and draw a line under number 3. You will not go past number 3 without talking to me first. Okay, so you got to get the go-ahead to go on past number 3. So I'm going to stop you at your table. Put your hands up when you're finished there, and then I'm going to stop you, and then I'll tell you, okay, now you can go after we go over that together. Okay? So number 1 says, order the 4 spinners starting with the one that has the greatest probability of spinning 1, and ending with the one that has the least probability of spinning 1. So if you look at the spinners, what you're going to be doing is putting them in order, and then you're going to be answering questions on the next page about that. So again, what number are you not going past?
3.
3. There should be a line under it. You're not going past it. I'm going to be moving around the room. I want you guys to be talking about this with your tables and figuring out which one has the highest probability of spinning that one, which one has the lowest probability of spinning that one. Okay, so you're going to have to look at them, compare, contrast, figure out what it means to be spinning a 1. Okay. So if you were going to win by spinning a 1, which one would you want to win? The 1 is the biggest. Okay. So what would you say? Probability list here. What would you say? Greatest probability, least probability. Okay. So then spinner 1. Yeah. Now what do we do? Sorry. So 10 and 11, what do you think about that? How do you decide which one?
well.
Okay, I agree with you. So 13 is the best. Has the highest probability. Okay. Why?
Because there's
Roll
a
one.
little bit more space around 1.
Okay. So if you were going to compare 10 and 11, I'm curious how you guys split it. How did you think 10 has a higher probability than 12?
1 and 2 spin it, and 4 spin it 11. So you're most likely a chance to spin it 10 around 1.
Okay. Look at the size of the thing.
But the triangle is bigger.
Okay. Oh, so what if you were to split the rest of the 2 part? What if you were to split that up in similar cuts as the whole Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at these spinners together. Okay, so I saw a lot of people, if we were talking about this. Ready, table 2?
Yeah.
If we were talking about the spinners having the greatest probability, saying, okay, if you were allowed to pick one and say which one would I want if this was a contest, a lot of people said automatically, I want spinner 13.
So 1.
There's only a small piece of 1, probably the smallest of all 4 spinners. Good.
Yep.
So now we get to 10 and 11, those top 2. And we notice that 1 is broken up into 2 parts, and 1 is broken up into 4 parts. So if we were going to pick which one we would rather have, can anyone share with the class, do you have some reasoning of why you would want to pick one of the 2 and why it's better, why it has a higher probability of spinning a 1? Table 6, I haven't heard from you yet.
I want to go.
Of 10 and 11, which would you prefer? 10. Damn. Why 10? Okay, there are only 2 numbers, I agree with you. But what about the size of that space for number 1? Grayson? Is your hand up? No. Chase? Jason. Oh. Which one would you rather, 10 or 11? Oh, 10.
10.
And why? If you were going to make a percentage of what the percent chance is of landing on 1, what would you say? 25%. Does everyone agree with that? 25%?
Yeah,
For
that's
spinner
half.
10? Look at it. Guys, if you were going to talk about a fraction, what portion of the square does it take up? The 1 portion.
1/2.
1/2?
Oh, no.
Would you say it's a 50% chance of landing on 1?
No.
What would you say?
Well, you have more choices than spinning.
You do have more choices in life. You have more numbers.
It's
But how
spaced
about
out.
the space? Okay, so Angus is saying it's more spaced out. I agree with him.
And there's only 1, right?
So the part.
Copy my stuff.
Okay,
Sammy. Mr. Sammy.
Elijah.
What? Yeah.
So, okay, so I agree with you that there are more numbers in spinner 11, but the portion of the square that it takes up, the 1 takes up, is that when you compare the same, even though it looks different, it's different shape, would you say it's the same amount of space the 1 takes up or different?
Different.
Different. It does look different. What if we broke that square up, spinner 10?
Oh no, it is the same.
Why? How do you know it's the same?
But if you draw more triangles, it will be
Good. So Grayson is saying, even though it's a different shape, it takes up about the same amount of space. So if you extended those lines, so I want everyone to do this now. Extend the lines for the triangle so that they go all the way across the box. So from the 1 all the way to the corner. Good. And then all the way to the other corner. So I see some people completing it. For number 10.
Yeah, but
Spinner 10. If you think it is, even though it takes up 1/4. 1/4 of the same size square? Alright. So we're coming to a conclusion here. Even though the spinners look way different, one only has 2 numbers, the other one has 4 numbers. But we have, once we broke it up and saw that we could cut them both into fourths, we could see that there was 1/4 of the one of spinner 10 and 1/4 of spinner 11 had 1 as the choice. So is there one that's better?
No.
Not if we're trying to spin a 1, they are the same. So now let's flip to 2 and to the next page, and we're going to complete 2 and 3. So this is when you're going to work with your group, and I'm going to tell you, okay, now you can move on. Okay?
So it's 10 and 11 still.
They are tied. We have no preference there. So flip to the next page, answer number 2, answer number 3.